शान्तो न समाहिता न शान्तो मानसो वापि प्रज्ञानेन माप्नुयात्।
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवस्सवत्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतः आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती भाजे विर्वाजनीवति धीनामविद्रेवतु। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करमावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Harihi Om. Pranams and Namaskars. Welcome back to the episodes of Katopanishad. We have covered up to Adhyayam, Valli, 23rd Manthra. And we are going to proceed with the 24th Manthra today. The description part of this 24th Manthra is going to be very extensive. Therefore, we plan to have it split up into 2 episodes. That is to be named as 24A and 24B. In 24A, we will start with the recitation of the mantra in Sanskrit, its transliteration, gist of the verse, and then the description will start. And we will proceed like that. And now let me start the mantra in Sanskrit, being recited first. Na virado duccharidhat na shanto na samahitah na shanta manaso vapi prajnanena ena mapniyat. The English poetic version as translated by us is as follows. Conduct strained and senses left unreined, unconcentrated and left to roam untamed, whose mind is farthered from being quietened. Scholard is the mind but lacks the intent, embraces the failures and leaves unattained. Now let us proceed with the description of the mantra. In short, the mantra asserts that the one who transgressed, violates the ethics and an accepted code of dharmic life, thus entangled and suffers, imprisoned and enchained in the maleficence, has no scope for the realization of the great Atma, Tattva, despite he could be in the heights of the scholarly ladder. The mind must be the one ruler of the Indriyas and not vice versa. If the Indriyas claim their rules over the mind, this will render the mind chaotic and shall not keep the mind at rest, and the quietude and stillness and that Shantam becomes a rarity in one's life. Mind that devoid of Shantam, the stillness, will be rendered on at Ashantam, that can never assume the platform of Ekagrata Chittam, the one-pointedness of the mind, and a total focus and concentration of the mind, making it all powerful like a knife edge. A person could be well qualified, literate, and a scholar, but lacks control over the senses and engrossed in the lifestyle that is not ethical or moral, will never take even a glimpse of an opportunity in his life to the assumption and attainment of Atman. His proficiency in mastering the Vedas, scriptures, thus having an academic knowledge, can never in his life reach or attain jnana about Atman. Ducharitam is to be understood as condemnable, bad and ill activities that are not accepted and recommended by the scriptures and the Vedas. A few examples of such unapproved conduct are Deva Nindana, Guru Nindana, faithlessness in the Vedas and scriptures, professing the faiths contrary to the one recommended by our scriptures and Vedas, not observing celibacy during brahmacharya ashrama, getting addicted to intoxicants, etc. There are certain deeds of humans fully rejected and not accepted. They are very severe in nature and they are graded and given terms as Adhipatakam, Mahapatakam, Upapatakam. These are all papakarmas, one which should not attempt at all. The attainment of realization about Brahman and Atman is possible only if one desists from activities that are kept out of one's bowls by our Vedas and treatises. The unbalanced mind that is ever disturbed is primarily subject to the influence of Trigunas that again results in shifting it to different 5 states, and they are 1. Mutam, Kshiptam, Vikshiptam, Ekagram, Nrittam. These are the representative status of certain proportional combination of Trigunas. Ekagraga Chittam is a status when one keeps striving to improve upon the proportion of Sattva Guna in the self. It needs to be improved to a progressive improvement, the status of Samadhi. The statuses are given nomenclature as thus. They are Savitarka Sampatti, Nivitarka Sampatti, Savichara Sampatti, Nirvichara Sampatti, Sanadana Sampatti, and Saspita Sampatti. All these 6 states are a gradual improvement in one's focus on Ekagraga Chittam, the oneness and one-pointedness of the mind under the meditative status. What is then Niruttha? The mind that is stationed at Niruttha is said to be an Asamprajnata Samadhi. This is also addressed as Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Samam is said to be understood as a total control over the mind, and ultimately that leads to a control of the senses and sense organs. One needs to take a proper initiation from a competent guru and assume a Ishta Devata's Mula Mantra and keep reciting it. The Mantra Japam will transcend slowly, reaching higher planes of the meditation, and this will exercise full control over the mind. The traditional and formal yogic methods that our age-old dharma specifies is the Ashtanga Yoga. Under the Ashtanga yogic method, even if one is able to stably remain in the Chitta Ekagrahatvam, there is a possibility of Ichcha or a desire over the result of the Samadhi state, and this amounts to an expectation on the part of the Kriya. Even this will entangle one into the slipping down from the one-pointedness of the mind. It will disintegrate the concentration. Here, a great challenge is posed to the sadhaka, where he must develop vivekam and vairagyam. He should not let to get it slipped down. His concentrated ekagra chitta should never get slipped down from the status. The Vedanta advises the one who is not competent in the fields of yoga, abhyasa, must choose alternatively a pure dhyana method, which is very safe and shall not result in demolition or in state of being an ekagra chitta. Jnana is better than the abhyasa and nidhyasana. The dhyana is better than the abhyasa. The rest of the portions we will see in the next episode. Wait for it, please. Until then, bye. Namaskar.